In a bustling city where people rushed through life chasing dreams and battling worries, there lived a wise teacher named Sir David. He wasn't just admired for his knowledge or his gentle nature, but for his unique gift, the ability to explain life's hardest truths in the simplest, most relatable ways. One day, Sir David decided to share a powerful lesson with his students. He entered the classroom, not with a book or a lecture in mind, but with just a glass of water in his hand. The students, used to Sir David's unconventional methods, leaned in, curious as always. He raised the glass high, a playful smile on his face. "Tell me," he began, his voice echoing with a hint of mischief. "Tell me, my inquisitive minds, how much do you think this glass weighs?" The students, eager to participate, threw out guesses. 200 grams, shouted one, a confident young woman with pigtails. 300 grams, said a boy with a freckled nose. 350 grams, maybe, ventured another, her brow furrowed in concentration. Sir David chuckled at their responses. "Interesting guesses," he said, shaking his head, but the truth is, he lowered the glass slightly. "I have no idea." A wave of confusion rippled through the class. "What?" they exclaimed in unison. "But, sir, how can you not know? It's just a glass of water." Double quotes. Sir David's smile widened. "Ah, my dear students, that's precisely the point I'm about to make." He paused, letting his words sink in. "Now," he said, "if I hold this glass for 2 minutes, what do you think will happen?" The students exchanged glances. "Nothing, sir," they replied in unison, a hint of amusement creeping into their voices. "Right?" Sir David said, nodding. "But what if I hold it for 2 hours?" He tilted the glass slightly, as if emphasizing its weight. One student hesitantly raised his hand. Sir, your arm might get tired." "Good observation," Sir David said, a twinkle in his eye. "What if I held it for an entire day?" The class erupted in laughter. "Your hand will go numb," one student said, wiping tears from his eyes. "Your arm will be under stress," added another. "You might even need to go to the hospital," one student joked, imagining the dramatic consequences. Sir David laughed along with them. But when the laughter subsided, he turned serious. "But tell me," he asked, his gaze sweeping across their faces, "has the weight of the glass changed?" The students looked at the glass, then back at Sir David, realizing the gravity of his question. They shook their heads in unison. "No," they whispered, the word hanging in the air. A profound silence fell over the classroom. All eyes were on Sir David, waiting for him to break the quietude. And when he finally spoke, his voice was soft yet resonated with power. "So," he began, "so my dear students, what should I do to stop the pain?" A bright young woman with pigtails raised her hand. "Put the glass down, sir," she said, her voice ringing with confidence. Sir David's eyes twinkled with pride. "Exactly," he said, his voice filled with admiration. "Put the glass down." And with those words, he gently placed the glass on the table, its simple act amplifying the impact of his lesson. "Life's problems," he said, his voice echoing in the silent room, "are much like this glass. If you think about them for a short while, nothing happens. But hold on to them for hours, and they start to hurt. Cling to them all day, and they can paralyze you. Each word he uttered struck a chord within the students, resonating with their experiences, their fears, their dreams. Sir David leaned closer, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. The weight of your problems won't change just by overthinking. The only way to find peace, to ease the burden, is to put them down. Take a break, talk to someone, find solutions, but never, ever keep holding it inside. The last word left his lips. The bell rang, signaling the end of their session. The students rose, their faces reflecting newfound understanding. They had come to Sir David's class seeking knowledge, but they were leaving with a life lesson. That day, they walked out of the classroom with lighter hearts, carrying with them the wisdom of the glass. For they had learned that sometimes the weight of our burdens feels heavier, not because of their actual size, but because we refuse to let them go. From that day forward, whenever life's pressures threatened to overwhelm them, they remembered Sir David's lesson. And whenever they did, they found the strength to put their metaphorical glasses down, to take a breather, to seek support, to find solutions. Because they knew, just like Sir David had taught them, that in the grand scheme of things, the weight of the glass didn't change. And neither did the weight of their problems. What changed was their perspective, their willingness to lean on others, and their courage to let go.